Hello students. So today you are going to learn lesson number 11, work and energy. In the previous session you have learnt about work, energy and kinetic energy. So once again I will repeat the kinetic energy here. So what is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy of an object is the energy possessed by the object due to its motion. Example is given here: a flying aircraft or flowing water, glowing beam or speeding car. So in these all these examples there are some objects. Those objects are in motion and they are possessing the kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy of an object, it is depend upon its speed, as well as uh, an object moving faster has more kinetic energy than the object moving slower. So you have learned this. So here you are going to find out the equation for the kinetic energy. So how can we create an expression for the kinetic energy? It is shown here. So the kinetic energy possessed by an object of mass m and moving with uniform velocity v. So here you have to assume one object whose mass is m and whose velocity is v. That velocity is uniform velocity. So for that purpose, here the expression can be written as ek means kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square. So one example is given here. So this is the example of kinetic, this is the formula of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square, and this is example based on this equation. So in this example, mass is given as well as uniform velocity v is given, that is 4 meter per second, and mass is 15 kg. So here in the example the kinetic energy is asked, means what is the kinetic energy you have to find out. So here first you are going to write given data. So in the answer sheet you are going to write first mass of the object, which is m, denoted by letter m, and is equal to the 15 kg. Then velocity v is equal to the 4 meter per second. And when you are going to put these two values in the equation is kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square. So instead of m we will write here 15, and instead of v square we will write here 4 into 4 means 4 square. So your final answer will be 120 joule. So the joule is the unit of the energy, and here the final answer will be the kinetic energy of the object is 120 joule. Now in this point you are going to learn the potential energy. So what is meant by potential energy? So the potential energy of an object is the energy possessed by the object due to its position or its shape. Means the object possesses position as well as shape, and because of the position and the shape, sometimes the object possesses energy, and that energy is nothing but it is the potential energy. A good example of these, you are familiar with the rubber band. So when you stretch a rubber band and when you release it, so when you hold a rubber band in your hand, there is this activity is given in our book. So when you hold it in our hand and when you pull its other end with the other hand, then you can see the rubber band get stretched. But after stretching the rubber band, when you release its one end, that rubber band regain its original position, means it come back in its original position. So when the rubber band is stretched, the energy is transferred to it and stored as a potential energy. So there may be a question in your mind that when a rubber band is stretched and after releasing the another end of the rubber band, the rubber band gets its original position. But from where does the rubber band gets the energy? This may be the question arised in your mind. So you have to understand here. So when you are stretching a rubber band, at that time the energy is stored in the rubber band in the form of potential energy, because once you have stretched, there is a displacement, there is a work done. So when there is a work done, it means that object possesses energy, and that energy is stored in the object in the form of potential energy. Another example of the potential energy of a toy car. So you are familiar with the toy car also. So when you wind the key of the toy car, at that time the energy is transferred into the spring, and that's in the spring the energy is stored, and that energy is nothing but it is the potential energy. Now another example is there when we lift an object. Now you can lift your book also or notebook also, which is placed on a ground. Suppose a notebook which is placed on a ground, if you lift that notebook at certain height, and when you release it, definitely it will falls down. And when the object is lifted, energy when the object is lifted, the energy is transferred to it and stored into a potential energy. So here the energy is present in the object, but it is stored in the form of potential energy. So it is all about the potential energy. And the next point is potential energy of an object at height. So now see here, when you raise any object in the height at certain height, so its energy increases because work done on it against the gravity. So definitely when you lift up a ball at certain height, so the gravitational force act on a ball and it pulls down, it try to pull down a ball towards itself, means there the gravity act on a object, on that ball. But when you raise the height of the object, then there is an increase in the energy also, because work is done on it, and that work done is against the gravity, because gravitational force pull it down and you are lifting the object up. So means both are acting in opposite direction. So here the that work done, but the work done against the gravity. So the energy present in such type of object is also called as gravitational potential energy. So we know that when the work done takes place, that object possesses energy, and mostly that object possesses energy, that is the potential energy. But now the work done takes place against the gravity, so the energy which is present in the object, that is the gravitational potential energy. Now here another example is given there. If an object of mass m is raised at height h from the ground, and the force required to raise the object is equal to the weight of the object, that is mg. Now what will be the work done? And we know the formula of work done, that is force into displacement, means W is equal to force into displacement. But here displacement we can take as a height, because the object is raised at certain height. So h is the displacement here, and the force is nothing but it is the mg. So W is equal to mg into h, mgh. Now see here the force lesson is number 9. So you have to go through the lesson. Please read the lesson, so you will get the concept clearance for the force. Now the potential energy gained by the object or acquired by the object is EP. EP means potential energy, and that potential energy is equal to mgh. Now this mgh means here work done, and we know that work done is equal to energy. So here potential energy's formula is equal to mgh, mass here mg is taken place instead of force, so this mgh. Now one example is given here based on this equation. So here you have to find out the energy which is possessed by the object, and that object has a mass 10 kilogram, and it's 10 kilogram when it is at height of 6 meter. So height means here displacement, and the mass is given, m is given 10, and the gravity acceleration, this gravitational gravity is given g, small g value is given here 9.8. So all these values you are going to put in the formula, but before that you are going to write the given data. So here the formula of potential energy is equal to mgh. Here g is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity, whose value is 9.8 meter per second. And when you put all the values in this formula, so you will get the final answer 588 joules. So this is the potential energy possessed by an object. The next point is transfer of energy. Now initially also I told to all of you the energy can be transferred from one form to other form also, and that conversion of energy from one form to other form or one form to into another form is called as transformation of energy. So transformation is nothing but it is the conversion of energy. When energy is converted from one form to another, one form into another form, the total energy always remain same. This is the important line, that this is the law of conservation of energy also. What is the law of conservation of energy? So the law of conservation of energy states that energy can only be converted from one form into another. It can neither be created or nor destroyed. It can neither be created nor destroyed, and total energy before and after the transformation remains same. So this is the important law of conservation of energy. Here one example is given where you have to assume one object, that object be allowed to fall freely from a height. At the start the potential energy is more. As it falls down, the potential energy changes into the kinetic energy, and the potential energy decreases and the kinetic energy increases. When object is about to reach the ground, the kinetic energy is the largest and the potential energy is least. But the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy is same at all the points. So the potential energy plus kinetic energy is equal to constant, and the sum of the potential energy and the kinetic energy is the total mechanical energy. Now see here, when the object is in motion, at that time the object possesses the kinetic energy. But when the work done on the object, at that time the object has the potential energy. So this mechanical energy is nothing but it is the sum of potential energy and the kinetic energy. So what is given in this example? So when any object, when it, suppose a ball, when you throw the ball up and when the ball start falling down, at that time when the ball reaches at certain height, the ball gains the energy, and that is the potential energy. But when ball starts falling from that certain height, that potential energy converted into kinetic energy, and the potential energy becomes less and less, and then kinetic energy starts increasing. But here both the energies are constant. It is shown in this equation. Rate of doing work or power. Now power is the rate of doing work. So what is the power? Rate of doing work is nothing but it is called as power, and we know that W is the work done, and when the work done in time t is the time, then what will be the power? So what is the formula of the power? Power is equal to work done upon time, means power is rate of doing work. That's why work done upon time is written here. So the power can be denoted by the letter P, and here work done is denoted by letter W, and the time is denoted by small t. The formula of power is equal to W upon T, means work done upon time, and the unit of power is watt, which is also shown by the letter capital W. So 1 watt is the power of an agent which does the work at 1 joule per second, means any object or an agent who does the work 1 joule in 1 second. So that is nothing but it is the power 1 watt, and 1 watt is equal to 1 joule upon second or 1 joule per second, means 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. And if you convert the value 1 kilowatt means nothing but how much watts? 1000 watts, and 1 kilowatts means 1000 watts, and 1 kilowatts again if we convert watts into the joule second, so it is also same, that is 1000 joule per second. So here all the points are completed here, power as well as kinetic energy and potential energy.